This is big breaking emergency news. We are seeing nationwide outages of banking systems and banking apps. Online banking has been shut down. People are saying that their ATMs are not working. They're saying that they're making deposits at the bank and it's not showing up. And they're also saying that they can't transfer money. They normally transfer money and it instantly transfers and their money is getting stuck in limbo. This is happening currently right now with some of the biggest banks in the country. All right, so really quick, let's dive into this. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos a day, keeping you guys updated, and it helps to get these warnings out. All right, so you can see here, this is a screenshot that is going around online. People are posting and people are talking about how they cannot access their banking for Chase Bank. Chase Bank is now having nationwide outages of their mobile app, their online banking, their ATMs, people are saying are not working, and their deposit systems are not working as well. This could potentially be a cyber attack on Chase Bank or some kind of disruption, some kind of sabotage, some kind of glitch. We don't know, but it seems like there's been a lot of problems with the bank the past year. We keep seeing these banks that are potentially cyber attacked. Right, you can see here it says, "We are working to restore full service. Please try again later." This is what it's saying on everyone's Chase banking app right now, and you can see here mainstream media is picking this up as well. It says Chase Bank app is down and thousands of Americans report struggling to access online banking. Right, so this is big. You can also see here that tons of other websites are down as well. So Chase is down, Zelle is down, Pokemon Go, Square, JP Morgan, which is the company of Chase, all right, parent company, PayPal, Rumble, Microsoft Teams, UPS, United Airlines, and QuickBooks were all having disruptions as well. But you can see Chase and Zelle are in the red there. All right, so this is what people are getting on their phones when they log into their bank. Let me know if you're seeing this when you log in, or if you're having any problems with Chase Bank or any other bank. People are also saying this is happening with Wells Fargo right now. Someone said, when I logged into Wells Fargo an hour ago, they said it wasn't working either. And they said they logged into online banking via a computer, not an app. All right, so that's what people are saying for Wells Fargo as well. This is big. People are being locked out of their money, and this could be a cyber attack. There was actually a cyber attack on the automated clearinghouse last year, late last year, October or November last year, where everyone's direct deposits were delayed for weeks. If you had a direct deposit that was sent on the day the cyber attack happened, then your direct deposits were delayed for weeks, and you saw a similar notice whenever you logged into your banking app or checked on online banking or anything like that. It said a similar notice saying that transactions from this specific date have been delayed and they're working on it. All right, so this is big, and I predicted this just in the past few days or past week, that I'm worried specific banks, you're going to go on your phone one day, you're going to check your phone, you're going to go to the bank one day, and it's not going to be available. Everyone's going to be locked out of their banking system. Specific bank branches are going to be locked out. Okay, so this is what people are reporting. People are also saying not only the app, this is what another customer said online reporting about this outage. They said it's not only the app, but the whole system is not acting right. I was supposed to get a deposit the past hour or so. The transfer is now pending on the sending side. Always takes but a few seconds to do before. All right, so he's saying that normally he's supposed to get this deposit. It normally happens instantly, but he's saying it's been hours, and it's now actually changed to pending as well instead of processed. Another person said, mine has been down since 1 p.m. and it logs me out as soon as I log in. That's what somebody's reporting when they log into the Chase banking app. So are you guys seeing this? This is not normal. This is not good. And this is bringing us closer to the central banking digital currency. You would think that once something like this happens, there's a banking collapse. This could be a bank run as well, and they're trying to stop deposits and stop money right now so they can get things in order. There could be some kind of bank run. There also was this weird thing that happened today as well with JP Morgan Chase, where they had a settlement in Russia. A Russian court declared that JP Morgan Chase has to pay hundreds of millions of dollars, and they've had some of their assets freezed as well inside of Russia. So maybe that's related to this. All right, you can see here, it says JP Morgan Chase is caught in US-Russia sanctions war after overseas court orders $440 million seized from the bank. All right, this just came out today as well at the same time that we were having these disruptions. So potentially, maybe there's some kind of liquidity problem, right? They should have plenty of money. $400 million should honestly be nothing for this bank. This is the largest bank in the country and pretty much in the world. That's a private bank. That's not a state-owned bank like some of these Chinese banks. They're bigger. But JP Morgan Chase actually is the largest private-owned bank in the entire world that we know of. All right, there's probably other banks and bankers that we have no idea who their name are in the shadows. But 400 million shouldn't be a big deal. But potentially there's liquidity problems. Maybe there's bank run issues. Maybe people are seeing this as a signal that we need to get our money out of this bank because it's going to be caught in these sanction wars. Because the U.S. has done similar things to Russian banks. They frozen their assets and seized all their stuff. All right, so we're seeing this back and forth now. And maybe there's a liquidity issue and they're locking down funds so there can't be a bank run or anything like that. And they're preventing people from transferring any money out through their online banking or anything like that because it's probably fairly easy for them to do through these apps. All right, so could be related. This could be a complete coincidence, but the timing of it is very suspicious and strange that this comes out on the same day. All right, people are also saying that this is what someone else said. I tried to transfer a big chunk of money from Venmo to Chase at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm still waiting 4 hours later. All right, yeah, you could see here that Zelle is down, and Zelle is actually a money transfer company that works with these banks. All right, they work with like Chase Bank and other big banks, and Zelle does a lot of the internal processing to send money to other people. So it's kind of like PayPal or something like that, but it's directly linked to your bank where you can send money to someone else if they are in Zelle as well, if they're part of this company, have an account with them. So that could be part of it as well. Maybe some kind of cyber attack on them or a cyber attack on both. Okay, because people are saying that it's affecting money transfers, deposits, all these things. Someone also said the ATM was down this morning when I tried to go. Right, so because these ATMs, they're all connected to the internet. That's how they connect to your account. That's how they know how much money's in there, how much they can dispense, everything. So maybe their internal system that they're using is also down as well. All right, so let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys are seeing any of these disruptions. Please hit that like, hit that subscribe, guys. I'm keeping you guys updated, and it helps to get these warnings out because people are wondering. People are logging on their bank's apps and they don't know what's going on. And this is probably affecting people's lives right now. People are like, I need to do this. I need this money. I'm trying to buy groceries right now. I need to transfer money. I need to move money, whatever the deal is. And people aren't able to do this. All right. And if we see something like this, on a major scale, which this seems like this is, think of the disruptions to the economy this could cause. Right? People, if they're locked out of their banking for days, weeks, this could really cause major disruptions to the supply chain, the economy, people's lives. People can't pay their rent. People can't buy food. All right? This is a big deal. And it seems like all these different systems are being attacked. America's under attack right now. We're seeing cyber attacks. We're seeing fires. We're seeing explosions. All these things, critical infrastructure targeted. Warnings from these top officials saying that we're going to see coordinated attacks. We're already seeing it. It's already happening. We're already inside of this war, and things are going to accelerate. All right? And I know you guys have been hearing this from me for years now, but we're really getting into the thick of it, where these attacks are happening consistently and constantly. We're seeing outages and shutdowns of our critical infrastructure. And we could potentially see the big one. All right? And one thing to think about as well is that, all right, we talk about things like EMPs, electromagnetic pulses, okay, but that requires physically getting a detonation over the United States, which could be accomplished with a balloon, something like that. These balloons just fly across the country, okay, but something to think about as well is that if the power grids are cyber attacked, they could take over and surge the grid, turn the power up, let the electricity really flow, and cause fires and disruptions and fry our grid, and essentially cause a EMP through that way. Anything that's connected to the power grid is now fried. It had too much electricity going through it, and the electronics are now burnt up. This could even burn up people's homes, things like this. All right, this is what we could start seeing soon, and we could have potentially already seen things like this with these suspicious fires and these strange things that are going on. All right, there's a bunch of different ideas, theories, but that's one of them. And we could have already seen these attacks happen before, but they've been swept under the rug because they don't want to actually want people to know that this is a real threat. All right, so make sure you guys are getting prepared, getting ready. Make sure you have some cash on hand. Have some cash, guys. It's critical. This could save you one day. You could be locked out of your banking for a week or two, even longer. But this happened 6 months ago now. If you had a direct deposit that hit on this certain day, you did not get if you got paid that day, it hit, yes, I finally got paid, thank God, all right? Then that didn't hit, and it took almost 2 weeks for this error message to go away for a lot of people and to get that deposit. So you think you just had to wait till next pay period to get paid anyways. This could literally ruin people's lives, right? People are living paycheck to paycheck, and they can't afford to have a outage of something along these lines, right? If these deposits are held up, all these things are held up, and it seems like that's what people are warning of, right? So make sure you have cash, make sure you have coins, all right? And just regular coins, and also things like silver dollars, okay? Things like gold coins, and even gold bars, if you can afford it. They have little gold leaflets, like gold papers that you can use that are, a quarter ounce of gold or an eighth ounce of gold or a tenth of an ounce, whatever. They have these leaflets as well that you can use. These just have alternative forms of currency, alternative forms of value storage that you can have just in case any of these things happen, and also have some kind of redundancy in communications. Okay, we keep seeing these 911 outages, these AT&T outages, these telephone outages. All these things are happening all the time. Now we're seeing banking outages. So have redundancy. Have some kind of satellite communications. All right, we got satellite internet just recently, and it's a relief to have. It's a relief to have. It works better. We've just been using cell phone hotspots, so it works better than that. Now we have better internet, which is a win, faster. And if the grid ever went down, now we have redundancy. If the satellites are down, hopefully the cell phone works. If the cell phones are down, then hopefully the satellite works. At least we have redundancy now, and we can hook that up to a generator and get communication to the outside world. All right, so get prepared now, guys. Get ready. This could spark things like bank runs as well too, and create, you know, banking collapses like we saw before, like Silicon Valley Bank, these different banks where people realize, they're like, wait a minute, my money can be locked up for weeks. Maybe I should go get some of my money out. But then if everybody thinks that way, which you should be thinking that way, honestly, you should have some cash. But if everyone realizes at the same time, they're not going to have enough money to give everyone. All right, and this could create bank run scenarios where the banks have to be bailed out by the FDIC and all these things. They have to be taken over by the feds and sold off, like these other banks that we saw happen last year. All right, and we've had these warnings. They actually just warned of this, the federal government, just last week, just a couple weeks ago. They were warning that banking collapses are coming. The Federal Reserve was, and the Treasury. They're saying that they are prepared and positioned and ready, because they're worried if any more banking collapses come, they want to be ready. They want to have enough funds to bail them out and to create that liquidity in the market. All right, so taxpayers have to bail out these banks that are corrupt and gambling with your money. You put your money into this bank, you think it's secure, and then some of these banks, they go and gamble with your money and lose it. And then when you need your money back, they don't have it. And then the taxpayers have to bail it out and pay for that money. Okay, and some people, they only cover $250,000, which is a lot of money. Okay, but some people have saved up their whole life. They have their whole life savings in there, or they run a business or something like that, and they have money in there, and it's not going to be secured. All right, so this is where we're heading towards a dangerous situation with this banking collapse, and it's going to bring in the central banking digital currency. They're already talking about this at the federal level. They're going to introduce it very soon. The SWIFT banking system just announced last month too that they're ready for central banking digital currencies to be on the market, and they're ready to transfer them between countries. They're getting this infrastructure ready so countries can trade and buy and sell with each other with their CBDCs. That's what the IMF is getting ready for. Or the SWIFT system, not the IMF, sorry about that. The SWIFT international transfer system that moves the money around between different countries. They're saying they're ready for this. So this stuff's coming, and then once that's here, everything will be tracked and traced. And that's how they're going to say this is the security, right? The money's all tracked and traced. We know where it is. We know where it went. There's no bad actors that can take this money, because it will become unusable if they steal this cryptocurrency. If they're able to get it away, they will just lock that money out, and it will become digitally programmed as unusable. Right? They're going to say this is the way to have security for our currency, right? But they're also going to be able to digitally program it so you can't buy certain things. You can't buy certain products, whatever the government or the bank or whoever doesn't want you to buy. They will be able to program it and say, or put limits on things. You're only allowed to buy X amount of this food every week. You're only allowed to buy X amount of gas. You're not allowed to buy these certain things that we don't approve of. Right? That's also what's coming as well, and will be allowed to be programmed into these currencies. All right, so thank you guys. get yourself ready, get off the grid as much as possible, start growing your own food, get these systems set up so if something happens, you can at least sustain yourself for a while until things try to get back in order. All right, so thank you guys. Hope you have big blessings for your life, your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.